Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lenisha. I go by Madam Seer. I am a wise counsel, divination practitioner, holistic consultant, multifaceted advisor, gamer, and a lot of more things. I like to spread wisdom, love, advice, guidance, aid. Right now I am doing a TikTok collective, so this will be uploaded to YouTube. If you're viewing this, make sure you give me a subscribe if this resonates for you. I'm thinking about putting on some Spotify tunes, specifically Native American flute music or something of the sort. Alright, let's get some tarot, some emotions and feelings, and let's go from there. Ooh, we got some Sade. Okay, I may keep it on this playlist. Alright, my phone is on the charger, so let's see. Alright. It's known that knocking the bell 3 times removes any lower vibrational energy, demonic energy, etc. The Magician, Chariot. You could be creating the reality you want to live in. Or it could be encouraged. You have all the tools and resources to do so. Maybe a lot of you guys are pretty much drained of energy, but you're close to success. Okay, you're persistent, but you're tired. I feel like your dreams, goals, needs to be at the forefront. This may have been taking a while to bloom and to come into fruition the way that you want, but you will be celebrating, okay? Be aware of temptation. Overall energy, double energy. You see, I just mentioned the bell, and I haven't mentioned that ever. For some reason, I was called to say it. Devil energy, Capricorn energy, obsession, addiction, toxicity, and excess, codependency energy out here. You could be leaving all these things behind, close to doing so. Encouraged to. I'm seeing celebration, friendship, and reunions. Maybe this is time to detox your social life and the people in it. You're going to be harvesting your rewards, or you could be in the season of harvest. You possibly haven't come into the rewards just yet. Maybe it takes more commitment to your work, or you're going to be coming into this. Look, 9 of Pentacles. This is the reaping your rewards energy. So a lot of you guys, you're more close to this than you realize. You could be coming into this. You're making progress. Be patient. Sorry about that. Or excuse you, okay? Yes. I'm seeing choices and indecision here. Opportunities, fantasy and illusion, results and growth, planning and focus. Yeah, be mindful of codependency, toxicity, addiction, etc. Especially when your dreams and the life that you want to manifest or calling to manifest is right in your hands. Be mindful of letting any and everybody... Be mindful of letting all of this be in everybody else's hands, or watching everybody else live out their world and their dream and their fantasy and everything, while you're just viewing it on YouTube or social media or in the back, praying that it's next to you. You know, create the life that you want, because you have all the tools that you need, whether it's mental, finance, action and energy, emotions, love, whatever. Or this is something that you are mastering or building, or whatever the case may be. Okay, 10:11 on the clock. I was going to say dreams. Your dreams are very significant. You have a lot of choices. You can be very indecisive. Choose what's closest to your heart. You already know which direction you want to go in. Choose what you love. Choose what makes you you, or allows you to thrive as you. Tell me more about this Three of Cups energy. Matter of fact, give me more messages regarding the Tower. Something chaotic, destructive. Something that happens out of the blue. Alright, sudden changes. Something crumbling down, tumbling down. See, this is the most craziest cards come out the deck, right? We got the Devil here. We got the Tower. Like, crazy, right? Past, present, and future energy can be significant. Gemini. We got water and earth. Woo. All right, we got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Yep, get out of your head. Some of you guys are freeing yourself from being in your head. Trapped, restriction, victimized, and helpless, powerless, and blinded is in the reverse. Exactly. You're not trapped. You're not confined. You're free. So be mindful of thoughts and anything else that's holding you back, holding you down. Right. So there could have been something that happened out of the blue, something chaotic, destructive. Maybe because it was in Devil energy. This could have been known, realized. Third party energy. Maybe another person is significant in your read. I feel like balance is at play. Whatever you were manifesting, that's what, yeah, that's what's happening. Whatever it is you were manifesting. Yep. Okay. It says illusions, hidden, confusion, secrets, uncertainty. Maybe do some work that surrounds, you know, the subconscious or your intuition to help clear the fogginess or whatever confusion is there. In actuality, there's no, like the Eight of Swords is in the reverse. So I'm wondering what's this about. It's possibly just illusion energy because you're the most psychic, intuitive person that I know. But somehow there's uncertainty and confusion. Maybe because there's something hidden to you, or maybe something is an illusion. Maybe it's your own temptations. You know how we want things, but it's not as healthy for us, and we choose that over what we actually need, or whatever the case may be. I don't know if somebody thinks something is a joke, but pain and heartbreak ain't no game, okay? Maybe you guys could be healing. Hold your wisdom close, okay? Yeah, harvest. Heavy on harvesting. Whether this is your energy, whether this is your wealth, finances, wisdom. You guys are also experiencing something within love. I know we talked about it a bit. We shied over it when we talked about social life. You know, that can be friendships, whatever. Third party energy came out. But a lover situation, a romantic partner. Maybe this is something to come in the future. Maybe this is spiritual love. Maybe this is soulmate energy. Maybe this is your relationship or a relationship you were in. Because I know some of you guys, you're probably at a break, no contact. Others of you, you're probably in a relationship. You'll have to take the messages how it resonates. But I know some of you guys are experiencing heartbreak, pain, separation, grief, sorrow, and trauma Okay. But you have some creative ideas. You are looked at as energetic and fearless, or at least this is your energy. Whether you're looked at this, whether you are looked at like this energy or not. Oh my gosh, I cannot look. The mind. There's something going on with the mind, child. Excitement and extrovert. Yeah. I feel like some of you guys could have lost yourselves. But the thing is, you didn't really lose yourself. You were only breaking out of the illusions, whatever it was that you were accumulating as you were evolving and growing, or experiencing, I should say. Some of you guys could be in a stalemate, feeling stuck. There could be some denial going on, some difficult choices, some crossroads here, but you're more than capable of any challenge, any obstacle. You've always gotten through them all, you know? There's a lot going on. Secrets could be a thing, and secrets, it can just mean something that's unknown to you, that could be hidden. Manifestation, willpower, resourceful energy here. The sudden changes, obsession and addiction. There's a lot going on. You could be coming off as honest and fair, cutthroat, objective and truthful, independent. All right. You could be in this possessive energy, setting boundaries and limits, or placing limits upon yourself. You could be in this hoarder energy, or holding something very tightly, very close. All right. I'm seeing some type of insecurities here and stinginess, but maybe you guys feel like you're doing this in a way that's justice for you. Yeah, this pain was most definitely burdensome. Something about lightning thundering or lights flickering, witchiness, magic. 10 of Wands here. Something is a burden. Stress. You could be experiencing a burden. You could be stressed. There could be anxiety and defeat going on. You could be very much burnt out. And it's crazy because angel number 910, like 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. That's heavy, drained, tired energy. But pushing through, being resilient. But, you know, 9 comes first, then 10. So I feel like whatever this is now is just, some of you guys are like just burdened with this. Like maybe you were able to be resilient or whatever before. And I'm not saying you aren't anymore. It's just, I guess something became more, took more of a toll on you. Or whoever this reading is for, you know. This is not a personal message. It's more of a collective. Could be a fire sign, fire energy, earth energy. Josie, stop. Up. All right, this song is called I'm Not Mad by Tia Gordon. I've caught a love. All right, I'm seeing freedom, possibility, adventure. Now, for some of you guys, this is in terms of love, relationship. Maybe you or another or both of you guys were operating in double energy, right? Obsession, addiction, toxicity, excess, codependency, right? Whatever that is. Something could have happened out of the blue. Upheaval, destruction, chaos. All right? Magic or manifestations or having all the tools and resources one's need most definitely could be a thing. That's interesting. It's almost like being, like, for example, say you're codependent, right? But you're very independent. You know, that's like literally what this is giving. It's like being wise, but making foolish decisions, like. If you guys do want to get on the list for your own personal message, make sure you do. If you want to send any tips, gifts, anything like that, double tap, share, follow, likes, that would be appreciated. Angel number 15, 16, 118, angel number 1, angel number 18, 88 here, angel number 3, angel number 7, 10, 10, angel number 7, 7, possibly 777. Yeah, heavy on the 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. 3, 4, 5, or 34, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. A lot of different angel numbers, okay? 2 is out here. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4. 345 isn't necessarily, it's here, but it's like 3, 4, 15. I mean, you know, the 1 is not invisible, but other is like this 2 of swords, this 3 of swords, this 4 of pentacles, 2, 3, 4. But I mean, 22, 33, mirrored numbers, double numbers, 4 numbers, like 4-digit angel numbers. Separate. All right, let's get some emotions up out of here. We got anxiety and confidence. You see the mixed energy, the contradicting energy. Like, child, somebody is confused. Like I said, I don't know. It could be your energy, could be someone else, could be all of the above, y'all. You know your life better than anyone. I'm just reading the cards and going based off my intuition. A jump scare or something could be significant. Something being scary. It's crazy because there's fears, but a fearless person. Like, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Or it can even be the energy like there's nothing to be afraid of, but there's like all these fears that are over, like, surrounding a person. Just like how there's nothing to be worried about, but there's so much anxiety. Like, it really all depends. Maybe it can even be all of the above. All right, what messages do I have here for the collective? All right, let's try to get the lives of 10K. We got exhaustion. Yeah, like I said, somebody is exhausted, okay? Advice for this energy is rest well and avoid overworking. Purple could be significant. Somebody is running on fume and trying to drink coffee at the same time, or, you know, last time I checked, coffee wasn't that healthy, but I mean, anyways, it's like the coffee ain't even working for somebody. That's how you know this is like deep. Yeah, it's urgent. That's possibly why some of you guys are operating in this space of like just angry. Like, you know, the advice for urgency is slow down and prioritize clearly. The advice for anger is step away to cool down, exercise, or listen to some music, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I feel like this needs your attention ASAP. Whatever you're exhausted about needs your attention ASAP, because it's starting to interfere even with your emotions, your joy, like literally. It's a lot going on. The best time for self-love, self-care, rest, rejuvenation, not worrying, okay? Sometimes it may seem harder, but did you try? Did you try? Okay. This song is called Wings Interlude. It's by Amaria. Need more messages here. Twin flames or something of the sort. A path where you become awakened could be a thing. The color yellow, the color green. Seeing surprise. Yeah, like I said, something did catch you by surprise, or something was surprising. And if this haven't happened yet, or if this is not confirming something of the past, this most definitely could be fortune telling, futuristic energy, right? Do know this is a timeless reading. It doesn't have to just resonate for today, tomorrow. If something doesn't make sense, maybe it's not your message, or maybe it'll make sense in the near future. Or maybe you just got to take things how they resonate. It says embrace unexpected changes. So this could be to come, and this can also be something that you've already experienced. We have gratitude. Write a gratitude list and appreciate others. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for when it comes to what other people do in terms of you? Wow. Somebody been watching y'all for a while. When they heard your name, they knew they had to get involved, honey. This situation could have turned from pleasure to pain. This is a song by KWN. Took a minute to get over you. This song is called Eyes Wide Open. This could have been somebody who it took you a while to get off of, or maybe you're still experiencing this heartbreak and pain. Because like I said, for a lot of you guys, it's not just limited to one situation. This could be talking about love, right? And love is not just limited to romance. It can also be talking about platonic relationships, right? Look, love. Synchronicities is synchronicity. Okay. Somebody with certain, like, look, I said my brain, okay, it's, I can't even think of the term. Of course, disabilities, but I was looking for a different word. Something going on with the eye, like, I don't know if somebody has, like, cross-sightedness, Graves' disease, something, child, something going on. Lazy eyes, something with the eyes. Then I thought eyes are a portal to the soul or something, like some child. All right, love says cherish connections and give sincere care. Reflect on achievements and strengthen belief. Okay, now when it comes to this confusion that you're experiencing, pause and organize your thoughts before deciding. When it comes to this helplessness energy, seek help or guidance. Share your burden. Like, maybe there's people who loves you, who can talk to you, who may help you be able to take the load, like lighten the load or whatever the case may be. When it comes to this stress, okay, work, don't stop, honey. It says break task into steps and take breaths. Break task into steps and take breaks with deep breaths. Now with this anxiety, take deep breaths and focus on the present. Try meditation or stretching exercises. So like I said, overall, just self-care, self-love, like helping yourself with all this stuff that you got going on, you know, because some of you guys are eventually going to go underwater. And for others of you, you may not ever really fully go underwater because that's just how strong you are for real. But that don't mean that you're not suffering. You know, that don't mean that this is a light load and you can, you know, because a lot of you guys are carrying something well, or it seems like you're handling it well, or carrying something well but not handling it well. Like I said, you're going from joy to anger. You're going from confident to helpless, or whatever the word is I'm looking for. I can't even think of it. And you're going from calm to panic, urgency. You're going from it's just like you're just almost not you. Like, you're slowly not being you, but I mean, you're still you, you know. If you're experiencing loneliness, reach out to friends or join some type of social activity. Some of you guys could like have this inferiority energy going on. Recognize your strengths and build confidence, okay? Just do different things to like really help yourself, because it is a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Like, you never know when you hang out with people, your friends or whomever. Some of you guys are just genuinely bored. You need to try something new or learn a new skill, especially if you're focusing on your individual journey, and maybe you don't have the best friends, family, whoever support system. So maybe you can connect with new people, or like I said, you don't have to get married tomorrow. You know, you can just go somewhere, whether it's by yourself or, you know, meeting new people. You don't have to attach to anything, right? You don't have to write your whole life off. And I'm not talking about romantic connections, right? Because, of course, especially in heartbreak, I wouldn't encourage becoming romantically involved with anyone. But, I mean, hey, it's your life, right? We live and we learn. The devil will tempt you. Things happen out of the blue, but you will know you have the tools and resources to navigate these things. You may not see it or realize it, but you do. The devil thought he had me, but I the Look, motivation. Courage. You see how the energy changing? Inspiration. So with this unease energy, right? Identify what worries you and comfort yourself. Because learn how to build weaknesses or turn weaknesses into strengths. You know, if you're codependent, you don't want to keep running to any and everything outside of yourself. You want to learn how to be more emotionally dependent, more trusting of self, or whatever the case may be, right? Now, when it comes to motivation, the advice is to set small goals and keep taking action. When it comes to courage, the advice is to acknowledge fear, but move forward anyway. Like, acknowledge it. Don't try to avoid anything, right? That's with any and everything. But move forward anyway. All right, work through things, okay? Invite your fears to tea, etc. Now, with inspiration here, it says capture your ideas and jump into action. Literally, some of you guys, especially if you're feeling unmotivated, uninspired, a lot of times all you have to do is really just take action. All you really have to do is just take action. Because, you know, being stagnant and in your head all day is not really going to get you anywhere except for despair. You see this? I know you type in it. Ja. So this says ask for help and find hope again. Some of you guys, it's aura, honey. It's dark. It's gloomy. It's gray. It's black. Okay. Get on into the sun. Eat better foods. Okay. Just help yourself. All right. Some of you guys, you know, connect. Do certain things. Just help yourself for real. All right. Yeah. Some of y'all in solitude. It says learn to enjoy your own company, especially for you codependent ones out there. Okay. You never know. Being in solitude, you may actually find something intriguing or exciting, or, you know, glad that you've actually took time to enjoy your own company. All right. Yeah. Look, literally finding contentment within something. You know, give it a chance. Give it a chance. When you realize you're the best thing that ever happened to you, and 9 times out of 10 when it comes to your connections overall anyway, I mean, be your own friend, right? Be your own lover. Okay. It says appreciate what you already have. Exactly. That's how you live in the energy of content, for sure. Or can help you be in this energy. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate how far you've come. Yes, there may be storms. Yes, whatever the case may be. But are we going to dwell in the negative thinking and everything else? We can acknowledge things without getting all dark and gloomy and making things worse and making ourselves feel bad and getting depressed. All right, there's ways to do things. All right, look, confirmation. Enjoy the happiness in the moment. I can't make this up, you guys. Literally matching everything that I'm saying. Like, with this nervousness energy that you guys may have, breathe deeply and visualize success. Okay, I don't care if you're on stage. Breathe deeply and visualize success. Help yourself. It's all in your head anyway. It's all in your head, babe. Bugs could be significant. Roses. Color pink. Something about falling. I don't know if you're falling in your dreams or if you just lose your balance, or something about falling. Or child, look, take the messages how it resonate. Leave what doesn't for the other individual. Know that these messages don't just have to resonate for today's time. It can also resonate in the near future or far future, far ahead, 11 months from now, 2 years from now, etc. Even messages reflective. Right. Buying. You could be buying things. Release the relationship or heal the relationship that you have with money. Right? Some of you guys could be saving up for huge purchases, like a car, a home, maybe travel, whatever the case may be. Look, I was really called to use this deck, and guess what it's called? Synchronicity. I literally would not have guessed that this was the name of this deck, because I kind of like forgot what the name of it was. Look, planting seeds. That's literally what's going on. They say it's not about the destination, but the journey overall. Okay, the journey overall. since you were 1 year old all the way to however old you are now, and whatever's to come, it all matters. It all matters. Every second, minute, and hour of the day. Even if you're resting and relaxing, okay, it still matters. Okay? Some of y'all need to break out of that work, mentality, or you're only worthy if you're doing something to help another person, or to do this and do that. And when I say help another person, I'm not talking about for you nice folk out there that likes to help people and everything. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you have to be useful to someone else. Them to use you for an opportunity or to help them around with bills or the house. You're worthy regardless, even if you have $2 to your name. Okay? The winter time could be significant. Some of you guys have this mentality of F the police or something like that. This song is called FDP by Shorty. Maybe you could have a nickname. This is a hip hop or rap. Maybe growing up in like poverty, or something about weapons. See, I don't really want to be, because then this sounds kind of judgy, but I'm just going based off like this person's like energy for real. Growing up in the hood, probably in the streets, whatever type of energy. Like, and if you're like, just take the message how it resonates, y'all. Okay. There's going to be a new beginning within a relationship. This could be a relationship of self, coming into this newfound relationship of self. This can also be with others. This can even be a romantic situation. Feel like rest. Look, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, yeah. Something is at play. Some of y'all literally going to be looking at the globe like, where am I going to go next? Where am I going to travel to next, honey? Y'all closing out chapters, closing cycles. I'm seeing completion and achievement here. I'm seeing taking a break, relaxation and peace, self-reflection, resting. Okay? This is very beneficial, especially if you're in this 5 of Swords energy, like aggression, disputes, bullying, stress, conflict, arguments. Some of you guys are actually about to get away from all of this energy. If you're experiencing that, send in love, Life is already chaotic and weird and goofy enough, Now, when things start getting more into your own personal life and your own traumas, it's just a lot going on, right? So sending love. You are not alone, honey. Keep your spirits up, all right? Your spiritual team, they're guiding you. Spiritual guidance here. Birds, they're chirping, honey. Signs everywhere of support, of enlightenment, of encouragement, of protection. Letting you know you're safe, especially when you start getting all in your head. Flowers, dandelions, something of the sort. Paint pretty pictures, okay? Paint pretty pictures. Like, go from the scribble scratching, black drawing demons to flowers and a house with a family and mountains and a sun in the sky and the clouds or something like that, y'all. Okay? Yes, shooting stars are significant. Love is key, honey. Love is key. Okay? Remember though, self-love is the best love. And I ain't saying every other love is not grand, okay? It's just giving you emphasis on the main focus was really important, okay? That's why they say you can't love other people until you love self. I mean, if you haven't loved self, you can connect with people, do this, do that, right? But can you really fully come into like, a particular energy, right? I'm not talking about people who have wounds and they're able to love. I'm talking about people who it's like hindering their heart chakra, blocking them from their full capacity to love and receive love, etc. The Magician came out in this deck too, like infinite potential, unlimited possibilities when it comes to you. Don't set limits on yourself at all. Thoughts, beliefs, actions, no limitations, okay? No alienation, none of that. Remember, you're always being guided, supported along your journey, especially if you believe in a higher power, angels, spiritual team. You know, sometimes it's crazy. The main people who believe in all these things are the main ones who start lacking faith and just, you know, needs that reminder. So it's like, maybe try a different approach to things, shifting your beliefs up a bit, right? Sometimes it happens naturally when we outgrow things or when we have awakenings, etc. You know, you create your reality. Your reality is basically created based on beliefs, thoughts, actions, etc. So I feel like any beliefs that are limiting, it lacks. I was thinking freedom, opportunity, but also, you know, limitations, and it's fear-based and restricting and like all this. Like, honey. You could be speaking your truth, or you could be encouraged to. You could be talking with yourself a lot as well, just speaking, talking. All right? But luck is on your side. I'm seeing fortune. I'm seeing community. Maybe the community could be a bit cold right now. Abandonment could be a significant, feeling alone. But you're not alone. Okay? You are not alone. You could be a shaman, or there could be an ancestor, or like your ancestors were filled with shamans and high priestesses and like all these beautiful energy. All right, some of you guys most definitely could have crystal vision. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Shut your mouth, babe, stand in the river. Roots, the letter R could be significant. Success, we talked about it. Star energy. Silence. Yeah, some of y'all done talking. Some of y'all maybe it's encouraged. Like sometimes quietness could help. Preserve your energy. Picking up on that late bloomer energy. If you're not where you want to be right now, it doesn't mean that you never will be. Like I said, it's not necessarily about the destination all the time. So remember, it's not a race. Don't try to rush to get somewhere. You're going to get there regardless, because a lot of things are destined for you anyway. In the meantime, focus on mastering, you know, inner peace. Emotional stability. Focus on your mental health, you know, the important stuff. Some of you guys, you speak life into things. Like if there's a flower dying, you can literally revive it. Like you just gotta believe in magic. You know, you gotta believe again. See, some of y'all, your childhood dreams just been shattered. You just been traumatized. You gotta. That's what I'm saying. Introspection, inner child healing. You can't skip steps. Okay, you can't skip steps. It's gonna be even more challenging. But you got this. Like I said, you already got the tools and resources that you need to create the reality you want to live in. Fall could be significant. Some of you guys most definitely are going to have some type of, you could be a storyteller, you could be really good with telling stories, or just live your life to the fullest, whoever you are. Bloom, okay? Some of you guys are coming into this authentic version of yourself. You didn't lose yourself, you're coming into the authentic version of yourself. Give yourself some grace, okay? Be gentle with yourself, okay? You could come off as like a maverick, a rebel. Your hair could be dyed in like this blunt like color, honey. You see my hair? Okay. Gratitude is here, ready. Loss. Some of y'all are literally ready. Try not to dwell in things, okay? Try not to be in this blocked or stalemate energy, because you literally have the answers. Maybe you just don't see them. A lot of times that's what it is. The answers are there, we just don't see them, right? The tools are there, we're just not using them, or we just don't know. We feel like we don't know how to use them. We could be our worst critics. But don't worry, you will come into everything that you need to come into. I don't know if some of y'all see like some type of spell book or grimoire and there's an incantation, but somebody incantation could be significant, okay? I feel like you're in this space of gathering things or harvest to come back into like this gentle. See, I feel like in the energy you're in, You need to be gentle with yourself, and people need to be gentle with you. Like, to be honest. I feel like you just need to be held, or you just really need to heal. You're healing, though. You are healing. I mean, sometimes, yes, implementing some type of action and healing is necessary. But even when you're not doing anything, you can still be healing. You know, something can still be healing within or something. Your brother or mother or whatever, siblings, whatever could be significant. So family, friendships, like love, right? That's still a part of love. All these different things are significant. Trust is here. Teacher, intuition, storm. Yeah. Coming into your truth. That's how some of you guys rise into this teacher energy. You know, you were once a student, become a teacher. Very intuitive. Owls are significant. You know how to navigate this storm, okay? And you're also being able to equip the tools to help others navigate storms or future storms for yourself. Generations of the generations. And you're going to be able to do it like that. Whatever it is that you need to retreat from, do it. Empress, yes. Beautiful. Attraction. You could be attracting something. I feel like attraction is more like sightseeing, travel-wise, but I'm also sensing attraction in like attracting things though to you. Something about a baby girl, like a child or something like that is significant. I'm seeing wisdom. Look, ravens are significant. Faith. It's a lot of different things. Strength. It's a lot of different things. Taurus energy here. Taurus, Capricorn, and or Virgo. Fire energy. Aries, Leo, and or Sag. Nothing took my love. If you're still blaming somebody for breaking your heart or hurting you or whatever, make sure you heal that. Okay, forgiveness. Holding on to resentment, bitterness, anything like that is not going to do anything. Of course, feel all your emotions, etc. But there's a difference between like dwelling and feeling your emotions and, you know, sorrow, whatever. But you know how sadness, eventually sitting there too long, can turn into depression, right? So it's like, work smarter, not harder. Some of you guys could be creating some type of plan, or it can be encouraged, especially when it comes to financial security. All right, I'm seeing abundance, prosperity, security, stability, protective, provider, reliable, and a father figure here. I'm seeing planning, waiting, making a decision, choosing a path. Little do you know, after this whole spat, you're gonna come into clarity. You're gonna make some type of action or choice. You're gonna come into the security within self, creating a solid foundation, financial wealth, right? Because you are the Empress. You are the creator, the divine feminine. Some of you guys could be mothers or capable of being mothers, right? Maybe mother wounds or mother figures could be significant. You're someone who is a nurturer. Things happen for you. That's like the earth, right? Nature. Not seeing its worth, yet having all the power and everything else to create a beautiful planet. Flowers, trees, the sky, the rain, just different stuff. Some of you guys should really get back into nature for sure. I'm picking up on an impulsive and immature energy as well. Someone hot-tempered, possibly rebellious and charming. Could be your energy, doesn't have to be. If it's not your energy, this could be somebody who potentially likes motorcycles. They could be, I don't want to say a player. Some people look at this not as player energy, but excuse me, aside from all of that, I also see this as passion, right? Encouraging you to go after your passions, etc. But of course, if you know that you're needing to rest. Like I said, everything will come in for you in divine timing, like it's meant to. No need to rush. No need to look at everybody else like, oh my gosh, everybody else is there and doing this and doing that. Everybody in Thailand. And look, everything's gonna happen for you. Create your life, your reality. Like, you know, let others be an inspiration, a motivation. Truth. Proof. But don't discredit yourself. Don't discount yourself. And most definitely don't compare. I'll walk in. But yeah, little do you know, you're going to gain the answers to your questions, solutions to your problems, especially if you haven't already. Life will be grand, and you will no longer be in this moment. So all you can do now, rest, relax, make a plan, heal, promote self-care, you know, love, be loved, right? Get out your head. If you're going to be in your head about anything, be curious and, you know, be in that childlike energy of adventure and, you know, curiosity and, like, stuff like that. But in your head, anxiety, all that, honey, that ain't going to do nothing but hold you back, for real, for real. You already know this, okay? High Priestess, hidden knowledge, intuition, mysterious. Growing, learning. That's what's going on. Growing and learning. Not seeing something now doesn't mean you will forever not see something. Not being where you want to be in life right now doesn't mean you'll never get there. Going through the storms right now doesn't mean that the sun won't come out to shine again, okay? It's just one of those little spats in life. But you'll overcome. Some of you guys are doubting. Don't doubt, honey. In order to help with this doubt, clarify facts and seek advice or confirmation, okay? A lot of you guys, especially being in this energy, being delulu is going to be your best friend. Because me, I don't believe in being delusional. But for some of y'all who already have doubt, then I guess this already talking to you, then I will use that with you, right? Being delulu is the salulu. Release fears, jealousy. Like I said, do the shadow work, do the introspection, do the inner child healing, for sure. Practice mindfulness, gratitude, okay? Get some sleep. Work on your trust wounds. Heal this heartbreak. Come back into joy. Slowly but surely even, okay? Some things take time. Just because you don't see the results does not mean you're not making any progress. All right? The seeds that you are planting, give it some time. Give it some time. Whether that's finances, whether that's health, whether that's your goals and dreams and everything else, it's okay. You still got the child. Time is an illusion, okay? You have all the time. I ain't saying I'm just saying, don't beat yourself up. You're exactly where you need to be. Eventually, you'll overcome whatever it is that you're experiencing. Now, I am going to say help yourself get out of something, of course, because that's just like torture, you know? But if you didn't hear the beginning of this message, I advise you to make sure you check out this live replay when I upload it to TikTok. It should be getting uploaded before this week is up. All right? Yeah, heal any wounds. This is shame. It says, accept imperfections and practice self-compassion. You're going to win in life. It's already destined for you. Just got to stop worrying. There's a saying that says, take it with a grain of salt or something like that. My phone is still, I don't know why it's doing that. My tea's on cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. That song is called Ditto, I think, by Eminem. and somebody else. I don't know. Is her name Ditto? Is that the name of the song, child? I can't remember. All right. We got the ultimate 110 CBT cards, honey. In case you guys want to get these decks for yourself, we got the Twin Flame Awakened Path Tarot. This has the meanings on it. Look, self-appreciation. That's what I'm saying. This ain't a time to beat yourself down and criticize yourself and all this other stuff. This is a time to recognize your own strengths and qualities. All right? And stay committed to that. Be committed to you. Write a list of things you appreciate about yourself, admire about yourself, what you see in yourself, etc. All right? It says making and keeping promises to oneself. You could be in this energy, or it could be encouraged. All right? Well, whatever I said, whether you're encouraged to be in this energy of self-appreciation, whether you're encouraged to be in the energy of commitment, all right? Statement of facts is on the back. It says stating information that can be proven true. Maybe this is what's going to be happening. It's happening. Confirming things of the past. It can be encouraged. Whatever it is. All right, we got reframing. It's kind of wanting to come out in the reverse for some reason, but it says finding a different way of looking at a situation. This can most definitely be encouraged if you're not doing it already. It could already be going on. It really all depends on you. Take the messages how they resonate. We got self-advocacy. Okay, advocate for self. It says communicating one's own needs and rights. Yes, do this. It's your birthright. I know you grew up in a world where they told you to settle or tried to make it seem like it was normal, or they tried to tell you how to live your life, what to do, what's right, what's wrong. Okay, you determine that. You choose that. Okay, we got empathy. Tried to tell you what to believe in, how to go about things. That's taken away from your individuality, etc. That's why a lot of things happen in today's time, because it's breaking out the illusions, breaking away the illusions, revealing truths, etc. Sometimes a lot of these things come with pain, you know, but don't worry, pain don't last for long. It hurt, but don't last forever. All right, empathy, understanding and sharing the feelings of others. Okay, you can be an empath. You could be very empathetic. Okay, this energy, we could be talking about your characteristics. This could be encouraged. All right, we got forgiveness. Okay, you could be in the energy of forgiveness. It could be encouraged. All right, it says letting go of anger and resentment. Remember, we talked about that anger. See, that's the only reason why that anger is possibly there, due to, you know, resentment or lack of forgiveness. See, the thing is, you carry certain wisdom, your high priestess, even if you haven't fully tapped in with your hidden knowledge. Some of you guys carry esoteric information as well. It's like, trust yourself. Trust yourself. That's the point of intuition, when you don't need conscious reasoning or whatever the case may be. All right, some of you guys, it may take time, right? But pigeons are significant. Birds that are carrying something in their mouth, maybe a plant or something, a worm. Your spiritual team is encouraging you of this, because this is going to be some type of form of healing as well. Some of you guys, speak up, communicate your own needs. This can help heal you. Some of you guys, when it comes to certain information, like speaking your truth, you're going to be the one who needs to do that. You know how sometimes somebody is getting bullied and there's a person that gets, you know, protected from the bully, like, oh, don't bully them, da da da. Not everybody is going to have that. You're going to have to be the one to stand up to the bully. All bullies. If you weren't capable, it wouldn't have been presented. You got this. Fears are an illusion. You got this. And I'm telling you, a lot of the beings that bark, bark, bark really don't even be trying to bite, okay? Stand up for self. We got self-assertion. Self-assertion. It says communicating one's needs and desires clearly. Yes. Speak up. Be that grown woman, that grown man that you are. Stand in your power. All right? You could be doing this, or it's encouraged. It says thought records. Some of you guys, journaling could be a thing. Make sure you journal. It says tracking patterns of thinking with a journal. Okay? Maybe try different methods, new methods, old methods, whatever. All right, we got external validation. It says basing self-worth on approval and praise. That's what I'm saying. You got to turn them weaknesses into strengths. Fallacy of change. Fallacy, whatever. Fallacy. It says expecting others to change. Expecting others to change to meet your needs. You gonna break your heart every time. That's probably some type of external validation when you got, or something of the sort. You gotta accept people as they are, honey. Dang. You can try to change a person, but a lot of times that don't really happen. Best thing you can do is heal your own wounds, etc. You know, like I had to, as I came into, you know, my truths and realizations and wisdom, you know, over the course of time, the best example that I could give, right, is when it comes to an ex who may have cheated, did all this other stuff to me, right? There's no hate, there's no blame, there's no me asking why, needing closure, none of that, because honestly, people are not born evil. Not saying that they're evil, but I mean, they did do crazy things, right? We had our fair share of people who did things that we probably wouldn't have done. Sometimes you can't say you wouldn't do nothing until you're actually in that situation. But I mean, as a person who didn't yet become so traumatized just yet, and I wasn't capable of cheating or anything like that, right? I never have been capable of cheating, but I just looked at the situation from like a higher perspective, give myself wisdom, or obtain wisdom, gave myself enlightenment, etc. So when I look at that person, or think of the things, right, in today's time, I'll probably be like, nope, won't talk to them. But when I'm in a more healed space, forgiving energy, I can be in the same room as this person, talk to them, etc. Look, form of growth. And see, I feel like the main part of being in this energy is because of acceptance, moving on. You know, this is somebody who I fell out of love with. You know, this happened over like 5 years ago. I was still in high school, right? Or even after graduation as well. I graduated in 2019. We're in the year 2026. I'm 24. So it wasn't that long ago. But I mean, I kind of lost track of like what I was trying to say, but the main point of me bringing this up to begin with is just people are not born evil, and you just don't take anything personal, you know? People are just reflecting back to you the wounds they have and the things that they need to work on. It has nothing to do with your worth. Some people feel like it has nothing to do with, oh, if I just love them a lot more. I mean, you love them as much as you could. Like, there's no limit to love. Either you love somebody or you don't, right? All right. Let's get some Who Is It oracle cards in case anybody came out in your spread, which a lot of you guys, I feel like I mainly was saying the message in terms of you being the querent and you mainly coming out. Yes, of course, other energies was coming out a bit, but I mainly was picking up on your energy. So maybe your characteristics or appearance or whatever will come out. Maybe other people who possibly came out in your spread can come out. Only take the messages that resonate for you. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the heart me. All right, this is a collective, you guys. It will be uploaded to my YouTube. All right, somebody that's bald is significant. Red lips or wears red lipstick. All right, who is it coming out in the collective spread? Who is this message for? Who is it that has been coming out in the collective spread? Multiple faces, personalities, appearances. Now, mind you, I'm an intuitive reader as well. So if I see something, for example, like Asian, right? I'll probably think, okay, maybe someone who looks Asian, even if they're not Asian. Maybe they have descendants of that. You know, because a lot of times if you go back 1,000 years plus ago, there are mixed races. Mixed races is a thing, you know, especially back then in slavery where there was human trafficking and rape and like a whole bunch of other stuff. You'll find some European in here, okay? Some Caucasian, okay? Respectfully, but yeah, my phone is on this charger. I'm really gonna just take it off because it's not even charging anyway. Oops. All right, so someone with facial hair, LGBTQIA plus could be significant. Somebody with long hair could be significant. And back to the Asian thing, like I would probably think of, okay, even though Japanese, Asian, Chinese different, right? I'll probably say, oh, Chinese eyes, like whatever, right? So you don't have to. These things are very quite literal, but some of you guys, you can also look at it in a shifted sense as well. All right, somebody with long hair, an example. This doesn't have to be real hair, right? But it most definitely can be, okay? Just take the messages how it resonates. Somebody with long hair. This could be many people. It doesn't have to just make up one individual. Someone who is albino. You could be albino, or someone who came out in your spread could be albino. Past, present, future energy is significant. It could be confirming things of the past, things of the present, or things that have yet to happen, right? Someone of tribal energy, someone who's tribal. Could be you, could be someone else. All right, someone with no tattoos. Okay. For others of you guys, this person could have tattoos. It could be one, it could be many, but it did come out in reverse, so take that how it resonates for you. Someone who is mature, you could be mature. Or you could be talking about somebody who's mature, whether it's in age, whether it's in behavior, whatever the case may be. Someone with a sharp face. Someone, okay, we picked up on that bald energy earlier. And last but not least, someone who is plus size. Now, mind you, many more cards can come on in this deck, but I'm going to just keep it as this. And I'm going to pull some random confirmations, and then I'll be getting off the live. If you want to get your own personal reading, schedule a life coaching session, get some advice, mentorships, anything of the sort, please make sure you reach out to me. Please make sure you click the link in my bio so that you can see all platforms, payment options. I do have a website. It shows you a more in-depth description of what I provide as a wise counsel, life coach, and more. I also work with children. All right. I have reviews on my website. I have been forgetting to mention individuals to leave their reviews. But if you even ever gotten a reading from me, or if you're watching the reading and it resonates, or any feedback you want to give, you can leave it there. All right. Practitioners are significant, and someone with a scar can be significant. Ooh. Somebody with a gap could be significant. Tooth gap. Someone who has an average build. Okay, and many more. All right, we're going to put these up. All right, but yes, you guys, I'm open 24/7. whenever you're ready to get on the list, just please make sure you reach out. You can also schedule a free consultation so you can know more about my services. But like I said, my website is there, but feel free to always schedule a free consultation or to DM me. If you want to get on the list right now, I can do your reading on live, 11:11 on the clock. Okay. Okay. All right, we got problem reframing. Viewing challenges from a new perspective. Viewing challenges from a new perspective. Love that. It can be encouraged, or this could be what's going on. I feel like something on the back of that deck or in the back of that card was significant as well. But if you want to get a personal, please make sure you do. If you want to double tap the screen, follow, share, gift, tip, any of that, I welcome it all. I appreciate it. I've been on live possibly over an hour. So this is basically commission based, okay? So I do appreciate the follows, the shares, the likes, the gifts, and even tips, okay? I haven't gotten anyone on the list, but whenever you do need any of my services, please make sure you reach out. Make sure to follow me or you may never see my face again as well. We're going to pull a few of these random card pulls. It could be confirmations. All right, I'm seeing an inconsistent lover. I'm seeing getting tarot readings. It says your home business is a success. Stay consistent. Children are significant. Within a few days is a time frame. A crazy ex is significant. Some of you guys, you haven't been matching with the best partners within love. Okay, I seen the inconsistent lover, the crazy ex. Like, oh my goodness. All right, it says this person has good intentions. Be mindful, this is not a personal message for you or you. This is mainly just a collective. This message will be reaching hundreds, thousands of people, right? People come scrolling by in the live. It gets uploaded on YouTube. It's on TikTok, whatever. So just keep that in mind. This is not a personal message for anyone in particular. I'm just pulling cards and I'm going based off the energy or things that I feel, my intuition and things like that. So only take what resonates. If a message sounds confusing, etc., just leave it, all right? Or just only take what resonates, okay? It says this person wrote a song or poem about you or for you. Okay, this could have been in the past. This could be going on now. This could be even future energy. This can also be confirming people who have came out of your spread, right? Maybe the person who came out of your spread was somebody who wrote a song or a poem about you now or in the future, right? It really all depends. Some of you guys, that message may not even be for you, you know? So just take it how it resonates. It says put some pep in your step, okay? This is time to movement. Take that how it resonates. Maybe you can pick up on lingo in this aspect. Somebody who talks like this. Maybe this is confirming, oh, yep, this is my reading, because I most definitely be talking about or talking like that, or like whatever it is. Maybe it's even encouraging some type of movement, right? We got any moment now. Yeah, put some pep in your step any moment. Any moment now, okay? Be gentle with yourself. All right, it says they are reporting your content to get you banned. This could have been in the past, present, or future, or it really all depends on you. See, I wouldn't necessarily associate it with past energy, but if you want to confirm that this reading is for you, then I mean, I probably would just confirm that it's past energy. But I mean, yeah, it says I know we have a soul path with one another. All right, but the inconsistent lover is somebody who's possibly hot and cold, up and down, on and off, right? New person is significant. Maybe they act like a new person, a brand new person. Okay, old person is here. Maybe an actual new person is significant. Wondering, can you guys be friends? Maybe you're going to attract some friends, or maybe this is just a separate message in quotations. Can we be friends? Okay, maybe somebody wants to be your friend. Maybe you're going to say this to someone. Maybe this is encouraging you to put yourself out there as well. But like I said, apply the messages how they fit. This is just my own 2 cents on what I'm picking up from the cards, but you are also a messenger, so you can also interpret the messages in whatever comes for you. Like I said, you know your life better than anyone. I am not you, you are not me. So if a message comes out for me with my own interpretations, belief systems, etc., that's how I'll interpret a message naturally, and so will you. But that was just my personal 2 cents on those things. Sometimes even when the message ends and I relook at these readings, I'll be like, damn, I forgot to mention this, or I'll pick up something later on after I'm already not on live, even if I'm rewatching it, and I'll be like, ooh. But it says, I want to be single. That could be your energy, it could be someone else's. Mind you, if this is not your energy, it's someone else's, okay? We got habitual time wasting. Damn. It says comes back the same. Waste of time or no change. Maybe this is how you feel rather than something being the case, but for some maybe it can actually be the case, right? That's what I mean by it really all depends. Take it how it resonates. We got Houdini. This is usually a being that is great at escaping. Okay, remember how we talked about the things that you guys are going through, having the tools and resources to get yourself out of any situation. You always overcome obstacles, challenges, etc. Some of y'all can talk fast. Okay, so I'm talking quite fast, okay? But I mean, Houdini could just be significant. Maybe some of you guys been abandoned before, right? We got self-sabotage. It says stand up for yourself. Help others stand up for themselves, right? Maybe you naturally do that. Maybe if you've ever been gaining that curiosity on doing this type of stuff, then confirmation, you know, help others, you know, that's fine. Facebook or Messenger could be significant. All right, we got fake evidence, basically false police reports or false news or some type of false evidence. We got selfish, and they forged your signature. This could most definitely be somebody who was selfish for sure. Somebody who throws rocks and hides their hand. This can also all be separate messages. Even though they came out together, it can also be read separately. So they forged your signature. This could be job related, insurance policy, hidden secrets, something you don't know about for some of you guys. Somebody could be in the energy of being selfish. This could be you. You could be operating in selfishness, not because of conceitedness or lack of care, but mainly because you're wanting to be self-full, pouring back into self. Really all depends, right? Throws rocks, hides their hand. Maybe you could have been experiencing this, right? The month of November could be significant. The signs that are born in November is Scorpio and Sagittarius. Scorpio usually ties to transformative energy and secretive. Now, the next month is significant, which is April. All right. And it says step into your divine masculine or feminine. Maybe even balance out the two. All right. It says a balance is good. But if you are in one of those energies, you are encouraged to be in the other. Okay. Interesting. All right. It says you are brilliant. So be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Be you, everyone else is taken. All right. It says they despise you but won't stop watching you. Okay. Platonic connections and romantic connections are significant. It says people you don't talk to anymore are discussing you with one another, or are discussing you with others. Okay. Caregivers are significant. All right. Now let's look in this next deck here. All right, online dating is coming out. I wish you well. Speak up or speak your mind. I need my phone. A changed name or faked death. It says changed alias or fake death. Any more messages here for the collective? We got ignoring. Drama queen or drama king. Okay, genres or categories that are significant could be science fiction, nonfiction, fantasy, lifetime, mystery, romance, documentaries, sports, news, western stuff, genre, drama, and family. Okay. December came out. The months that are significant for December, the zodiac signs that are significant or that are born in December are Capricorn and Sagittarius. Okay. Now we have Vote coming out. And this doesn't have to just be political wise, but if that resonates for you, then, you know, like I said, take out resonates. Now, it says telephone game. Y'all know that game back in the day when, I'm talking about back in the day, like I'm 80. But telephone game, usually in class, like somebody will start off with a saying. Say, for instance, if I whisper it, like I'm the first person that creates the word or the phrase or the sentence. I say, Johnny has apples. And I say it to Elizabeth, Johnny has apples. And Elizabeth says it to Adam, Johnny has apples. And Adam says it to Susie. And next thing you know, it's Susie has apples. You know, and then Susie says it to James. And then James is like, Christian has apples. And then Christian says it to Nathaniel. And Nathaniel be like, London, the bridge is falling down. Like, you know, it's just like switching words, like somebody starting up. It's like, it's giving telephone game. Now, this doesn't actually have to be the childhood game or whatever. This can even be real life. You telling someone something, them telling another person, it getting around, things are switching up, whatever the case may be, right? Or maybe your childhood or something could just be significant. Childhood games, whatever, right? Take out, resonate. Bodily appearances, small penis. Okay, we ain't gonna do too much. All right, it says lady in the streets, freak in the. Okay, this could be someone who is quiet, introverted, could also be an ambivert, omnivert as well. It could be either, right? And it can even be a person who shows these energies in different time frames. Like one time they can come off as extrovert in one space, they can come off as introvert in another, right? All depends. All right, we got cheaper to keep her. Picky lovers, broken promises, be more independent, expand, butterfly, petite or average size. We got copycat or clone. Somebody could do the same thing as you, wants to be like you, watches everything you do and copy it, etc. We got animal cruelty. Maybe this is somebody who's cruel to animals. It doesn't have to be. That can be separate messages. All right, any more messages here for the collective? It says, I am watching you online. Maybe this comes, you heard this from someone. They said something like this. It says, I don't want to be alone. Maybe you could have said that I'm watching you online thing, or just take it how it resonates. See, usually when I did the quotations, it's like it was said, or even if it wasn't verbatim, it was somewhat in that space, you know, being said. But this can also just be how somebody feels or what's actually going on. Okay, it says, I don't want to be alone. There's someone else. The month of June could be significant. The zodiac signs that are born in the month of June is Gemini and Cancer. This song that is significant is called Miss You by Tia Gordon. All right. We got I think of you, or I think of others when sexing you. Excuse my language. All right. We got canceled here. All right, we got earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, and or Virgo. Usually this earth energy can tie to passionate, grounding, even nature. Okay, loyal, stable, patient, emotional, sensual, and material. All right, or the material could be significant. We got compatible, motherhood. It says you are a star. You will always be a part of the divine. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay? It says somebody is watching you from a live preview. Go outside for some vitamin D, which is some sun. It says enjoy yourself. Take a breather. Hashtag relax. Stop focusing on the materialistic. All right, it says not ready. On the back, it says uninvited. I don't know if some of you guys are aware of like putting salt on thresholds to keep out negative energy or to protect oneself or whatever. But something about herbal remedies, green witch, different type of protection rituals or whatever the case may be could be significant. Spell casting. All right, a different state is significant. We got using you. All messages may not be for you, only take what resonates. It says I drive by your place. And in the next day or so, one through the next 1 to 5 days could be significant. Okay. Last card from this deck. It's time to go within. That's the Hermit energy, and we have soul ties. And then we have difficult. Maybe something's been very difficult, you know, especially if you have soul ties with a person. But those are the different things that I'm seeing for this collective. Once again, going once, going twice. If you do want to get on the list before I get up out of here, please let me know in the chat. If I end the live by the time you decide you want to get on the list, no worries. I'm open 24/7. Just DM me and I will be sure to get back with you at my earliest convenience. Other than that, this concludes the collective reading. Don't forget to give me a follow or you may never see my face again. I return the collective's energy back to them and I release my energy back to me. All right, I do appreciate you guys for getting me up to almost 6K likes. Hopefully we can get to the 10K goal that I set last time. Maybe even 20 next time, 60, a million, okay? But don't forget, this video will be uploaded to my YouTube, and if you didn't get to see the beginning, you most definitely should check it out. I feel like you came in, of course, in perfect timing, but I also feel like something could resonate with you in the beginning of the message. I did say some beneficial things. But all right, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, sending love, light, and all things grand. Stay safe.